There we go. Trying to get you the least amount of that glare coming in. There we go. Looking really good, everybody. Really good. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for being here. Now, you gotta do one thing. You gotta check in. Tell me where you're watching from, what your favorite sandwich is, and then I'll tell you what I've done to this canvas so far. Okay, we're gonna wash out our little 1-inch brush real quick while we get some folks tuning in, and you can see what we've done with our black gesso. Right? I took an 18 by 24-inch canvas, and I covered this area, our black gesso, put a little tape line right there so it was very straight. Let it dry completely. When it came time to paint this painting, we covered this area in our liquid clear or linseed oil, covered this area in our Bob Ross liquid white. So everywhere that's up there is wet, right? The entire canvas is nice and wet. Then I went through and I put Indian yellow, Indian yellow, Indian yellow on our canvas with just the linseed oil right on top of it as it was wet. Came out a little bit of crimson, 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 crimson down here, and then a little purple stripe, and then the purple mixed in down here. So, we're gonna have a very cool little scene by the time we get down to it. You guys check in, tell me where you're watching from, and we'll start throwing some color on this canvas. It's gonna be really fun. Make sure if you're watching over on YouTube, you give me a thumbs up. That's all we need, just like that. One little thumbs up, and that's it. Now, come in here, and take our Indian yellow. It's a very transparent yellowy color, and start popping it right down there, nearly on to the horizon. And you can see its transparency, right? It's yellow over the, yellow over the white area, and it ignites, and then as it goes over the dark area, you can't really see it, because it's sort of transparent. That's a very cool little sky right there, right? All the while, the yellow is mixing in with our liquid white on the canvas, helping it move and slide and blend around much easier than it would if it was on a dry, bare canvas. That would be bad news bears. Let's go into our Bob Ross Crimson. Just a little touch, drop it on real heavy, right around the edge. Maybe leave a little gap of white in there just to help it blend down. And it doesn't even have to be a stripe, whatever you want it to look like. You want it to come out here? Come out that way. Who cares, right? Literally doesn't matter. We can eventually go back over and cover over, and it's gonna blend together in all sorts of stuff anyway. But the heavier that you have it on the brush, the more vibrant color you're gonna get out there as it's mixing in with that liquid white. Let's get a little bit into our Prussian blue color. Maybe there's a little patch of Prussian blue right in here. Maybe up here too. Who knows? Again, it's gonna all blend around and change on us. It's gonna be fantastic. Right here on the same brush, over into our dioxazine purple, the most favoritist of all the purple colors. Now, be careful over here because it's a semi-transparent color. The more you put on there, the less you're gonna be able to see. Thank you for that. I appreciate ya. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much. Drop a little of that purple on top too, just so it helps connect. Right? Now we're gonna blend all these colors together, but we can't very well do it with a little nasty old covered brush like that. All right? Who sent that, by the way? You guys are amazing. Amazing. Thank you for all the gifts. You guys really blow my mind every time. Let's go wash this brush off. Now, the moderators all over wherever you're watching will be able to tell you how to find this painting, where to go to in order to secure it for your own self. There may be a lot of people that are going to want it, so you're going to want to get to it quickly and nab it up. Because sometimes they can disappear in a heartbeat, right? Now, let's wipe off our little brush, go back, pick up our big old 2-inch house painted brush over here, right? Big old monster brush. And where do we start? Do we start in the lightest area? Do we start in the darkest area? What do you think? You tell me. What do you think up there? Lightest area or the darkest area? Where are we gonna go first? Watching from Nova Scotia. Man, what's up, Cheryl? How you doing? The lightest, oh, that's cool. Visions by Mark, I appreciate that. I love that little thing. The lightest area, right? Exactly, Michelle and Anna and everybody else. Crystal over here on TikTok. In the lightest area possible. So we can get down there, start getting some of that paint onto our brush. Then every so often we're gonna come up here and just grab a little bit at a time, right? We don't want to take the whole thing and push it across. But if we can just come up and grab a little flick, drag it in, right? Drag the yellow out, drag the red in, drag the yellow out, drag the red in, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, more you do it, the more your sky will change, right? It doesn't have to just remain this pure brightness down here. Now watch, the more of this crimsony pink that we push on, the more will come down, right? If you really want to push it and drag it into your yellowy scene, or your yellowy section of your sky, you can. And the more that you mix the crazier soft it becomes, right? The more time we spend in the sky, will eventually lead to the less time you need to put in clouds, because your sky is already so blended. You can see I'm being very careful not to flick this darker colored area until I'm ready. Now I'm going to inspect my brush. Does it look yellow or does it look pink to you? What do you think? Does that look yellow or does it look pink? Right? If it's too yellow, we don't want to go up here into our blue and purple, right? If it's pink, then that's okay. Right? So you guys tell me, what do we do? What do we do? Looks pinkish, orange, right? It kind of looks too yellowy to me. So I'm going to either dab it off on my paper towel, and if that doesn't get off the yellow color enough, then we're going to go in to the old can, beat the devil out of it into the bucket, and then dab it on the paper towel good. Make sure it's nice and dry, okay? Now, depending on our pressure, that blue might want to grow down into my green section, into my yellow section, creating green. There we go. Words are hard sometimes. They're difficult. So, based off of my brush and my pressure, I can play around with this area right here, just like we did before. Very lightly, right? I'm gripping some of that pinkish paint. And if you think you get too much blue, spread it out and around, right? Don't let it just keep kind of depositing in that same area. The more that we blend it, very softly, the more soft it gets, right? Now, the more blue that's on our brush, the more it might want to extend out into our sky and take over. You never know, right? How does yours look? Totally up to you guys, right? You guys! It's all up to you every time. How much color do you let come down into your yellowy area? How soft are you blending it? Meaning how hard are you pushing on it, right? Because to blend it soft, you've got to push with a lot of pressure and let those colors fade down. Look at that sky. Oh, goodness. Let those colors just fade down. Fading, fading, fading. By the time we get down here, we've already mixed so much that it doesn't go green. You know what I mean? Because we've been mixaging all over the place. Letting it interact, letting it blend. Maybe some of our pink gets lost, but that's okay. We don't need it all. That's a cool thing right there, but it's going to get lost by our trees that are popping up into there. Right? Very cool. Now, we're getting a little bit too much paint onto our brush, right? So let's go wash this guy off again. And then we'll go back and soften it down even more. Right? The more time you spend in your sky, the better your painting is going to be. Mainly because you're going to spread out those colors and they will all be very thin, very soft. That's the whole goal. To be thin and soft. All right, let's get back in here. Start mixing down into our light area first. And we're going to start moving up. We can decide. Lots of pressure right here. Lots of pressure. Just how it looks as we go. Now, I don't want to take that darkness and go back down again, right? That would be bad news. That looks really cool out there. Really cool. So let's wash the brush off last time. For the meantime, anyway. The last little washery. And then we'll go have some fun. Let's go do it, you guys. Man, that's a soft little guy. if you're asking me. It's a soft little sky. I like it. Again, the more that we mix and blend, we make it thinner and thinner and thinner. Softer and softer and softer. Look at it. Oh, man. I love that little pinky, just a little bit of pinky hue. We might have to mist that area with our trees just to keep that gorgeous little pink spot right there. Fabulous. Okay, let's take our little palette mixing tool. All right, we're going to come into our 3 favorite colors. You're going to tell me what they are. Right there. Right there. What are those 3 favorite colors that we like to use all the time, especially when we're doing an Oregon Coast seascape? Ooh. Aren't these gorgeous? Boom! As wherever. But what are these three colors, right? We're going to mix them up into this really thick, crazy pile of paint. It's an enormous pile of paint. And the consistencies of the paint are very thick because they're useful that way, right? We don't want the paints to be too thin. Thanks, Jacqueline. Appreciate that. Beautiful colors. Appreciate you guys. I love yous. Right now, I'm thinking, I mean, you could literally leave it like that. Just literally like that. I'm thinking we should probably throw in a couple clouds before we do much and cover up too much room. Let's toss a cloud in or two. Now, they don't always have to be the same shape and size and angle and all that. You can literally do whatever you want, right? How does it look out there? Maybe it looks like, to me anyway, this little flat little floater out there, right? Just a little old guy. Out here, it's a little bigger. It's like a little smiley face out there in the night. All right, we're deciding what we want it to look like. We got to have a little bit of paint. Right, we're going to go up. Instead of down, we're going to go up. So we have that soft little, or nice crisp line of white. Right there. Right, that cool little thing. It's kind of very bright along its bottom side. We can even scrape it flat. Literally scraping it flat, changing its direction, doing whatever we want to do. Maybe we make a little eye out there. Eye of Sauron. Maybe not. We come down in here through this guy. A little bit. Pop it in underneath. This whole little crazy little thing up here, guys. And it all depends on what you want it to look like. All right, maybe we have a little crown shape in our sky. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, but now it's looking more like maybe this guy climb up, change. There's all these things that we can do. Every time that we go to do one of these scenes, we can change it. We can move it. We can pull it. We can spin it. We can move stuff. We can cover areas. Because all we're really trying to do is have a blockage in between our light to our dark, right? So no matter what your blend looks like, mine was nearly perfect, right? So I didn't need all these clouds, but depends on what your blend looks like. You can always hide an area between your colors with the clouds. That's what they're made to do, guys. Now, let's take just a little old filbert brush, just a little old guy, because I want my sun right down above the water. Maybe not right on top of the water, but you know what I mean. Let's come down here. Now, let's aim a little bit higher up, because we know there we go, the brush is going to grow a little. I try to stay out of your guys' way as much as I can, but I also need to make a painting that's worth what we're charging for them, right? Just like that. Ooh, fabulous. I love him. And they're so easy to do like that, too. Literally push the brush flat, hold it tight against the thing, and then spin the bristles in your hand without letting it move. Think, have yourself a little sun in the night. In the night. Okay. In the day. Let's come over here. Scrape down a little of our paint. Roll it up here onto our little scrapey tool. We only want to do a very small little section back there. Little guy. Very small. We don't want to have too much paint either. Unless you can keep your bright areas and have them look like they're sparkling, we may have to go back and brighten it, but don't put too much up here. Because you need to go back at the end and brighten it up. So no matter what it looks like, leave it. Maybe it looks perfect all the way through. Maybe we have to go back towards the end and do it again. But let's come in here and let's pop just a little bit of this plaque. We're going to be going backwards because there's so many layers in this painting right here. We're going to need to pop a little bit of an old rock out here onto our horizon, our shoreline, wherever. Just like that. Doesn't have to be giant, doesn't have to do anything but sit out there and catch the light, right? So let's take a little of our white, pop it down here, a little bit of our brown color, which was all over my extension cord earlier today. And I grabbed it, and my extension cord had gone through a whole pile of like dark sienna brown. It was all over my hands. Needless to say, come over this side. Let's just tap at this guy. Right? We don't need a whole lot of paint. And what you can do is use the paint that's already up there and tap it backwards. Right? We get a little bit of our color out there. We're not trying to have everything all be exactly the same. If we need to brighten it up again up here, we can do that with some more paint. But everything doesn't have to do anything. Remember that. And the reason we're doing it on this angle is because that's right where my wave's going to come crashing through. I don't want the wave to hit too much of that rock. So we're going to go very, very softly. Very softly. Just taking away some details is all. Getting rid of some of that color. Right? Making it softer. And that way, we can roll up from our next little guy. Maybe we have a little disconnect. No, let's go right off of this edge. Roll it up. And then it's got to come over, which is why, there we go. We have to kind of soften that bit of our rock first. You got to come up and touch the rock. You have to. It's by law. You got to do it. Right? Roll it down at an angle, because you can always come back and adjust your angle by going a little higher up. Okay, you can start rocking one this way too. Oh my goodness, right? The more we roll over, the more you're going to dislike. Right? Don't have it too round, I'm telling you. I'm chilling you back there. Okay, that's before we get too far. Again, we should have done it prior, but let's see if we can sneak in just a few little things. Remember, do this first before you do the wave when you're doing the tutorial. I always say watch the tutorial first because I'm so wild and crazy that we go nuts and may not ever do what I was planning on or maybe what I said. I'm like, oh, let's do this, and then I never do it. I'm known for doing that, so watch the tutorial first. Do a couple of bits. Ooh, we have to miss that spot. Remember? Oh, I almost covered it all up. Gosh, just like that. Popping in some trees. Let's miss our little pink area just because I like it so much. Right? I got a little bit bigger on each side. Come down. Boop, just right in there. You gotta cover a little bit of it. Save that little bit of pink sky. It's really pretty. Again, just dropping down and making a little pyramid out of these trees. It's basically it. That's all you gotta do. And then fill in the center area with a different one. All right, come back over here. We know we gotta climb up this hill, so get a little taller. Fill in your next guy. Get a little taller than him. Maybe you're going all the way up off the edge of the canvas by the time we're going up here, right? All these things pushing back our forest into the night. Little, just maybe we'll do a little downward sagger, a couple little branches that come off and wherever, literally, doesn't have to be perfect, honestly. It really doesn't. I'm going to come in here and very lightly just mix up this area, not going to touch my wave. If I touch my wave, I better stop instantly. There we go. Now we can mix it down, get a little bit of that darker color back in there. Come back in with a little bit of mist, because if we're crashing this wave, I'm sure in my heart of hearts that there will be some form of mist back there behind it, right? Kind of at the base of all of our foresty trees. It happens out there. I'm trying to let that mist get right down onto my wave without touching it. Again, probably do this before. It'll make it a lot more easy, because it's hard to push stuff back once you come down. It's hard to go above. Anybody who's painted before knows that. There we go. A little bit of foggy mist. Oh, this is a crasher among crashers, you guys. And I can just see all of a sudden, since we're going to be crashing down, I need to first line up our eye. Just a little touch of color right there. Little touch. Little things. Not big amounts of paint. Not a lot of pressure. Very soft. Just right up underneath there. And blend them down a bit more as we go. So it gets darker as it falls away. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, come down here. Maybe we're going to start down here in the middle this time. Those guys haven't hit yet, right? So they haven't made a splash. Start down here. Crash, boom, up here to the top. It's crazy. Please, right? Maybe we're going to hit a rock right there too. I can just feel that there's a rock living there. Can you guys feel it? Come down in here and mix it up. Mix it into a little cloud. If it's not bright enough, you can change it. Right? You don't have to live with it. You can change it up. Right? I don't have any liquid whites out. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of my liquid white. You get to catch up for just a second. Done painted this whole thing in 20 minutes already. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? like an open book of information. I try to be. I give you guys everything I can possibly teach you, because I want your journey to be easier than mine has been, right? I've been doing it for 6 years all by myself. No instruction beyond, the Bob Ross videos that I watched back in the day. Nobody was teaching classes when I first started painting. It was me, you know what I mean? And me alone in my little painting area, and I struggled a lot and had to figure out these things that I like to teach you guys how to do. And that way, you guys can make it a lot easier on yourself. Good Lord, look at that painting. Let's come back in here, a little bit of my liquid white. Liquid white, right, into our titanium white this time. Because the first time, we didn't do it. Right? This time, right off the edge. Right? This liquid white is going to want to grow, and all we're doing is smacking the canvas with the brush. Right? You can push it if you wanted to. You can do whatever you want to do. But all you gotta do is pop a little bit of weirdness out there. Come back in with your little 1-inch brush or your 2-inch brush or whatever. It's very soft. There we go. Very soft touch, which will keep it very bright, right? Now, these little separations of light and dark are going to give us different shadows and bright areas and crashing. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Very, very gorgeous. Good heavens, Josh. Where do you come up with these ideas, my friend? A little bit of that liquid white, titanium white. Come down here. We know our land. We gotta get real far away, too. See how far away I'm starting? Because this water has to roll backwards before rolling up, right? If it just rolls up right away, it's gonna look like a ramp. It'll fly off into the sunset, right? So you gotta start it far enough away from your eye, right, to be able to go back and then roll up. Right? It's all about the flatness. Depending on the shape and the size and the meanness of your wave will determine everything. We've never done an Oregon coast seascape with a big crashing wave like this. Very cool. Very, very cool. Right now, we need to have a little bit of paint, and that is blue. Don't use that. Oh, goodness. Glad I noticed that beforehand. Let's get a little bit more of our liquid white. Pop it down there. A little bit of my titanium white right in there. You gotta put that. If you're gonna say white, you have to emphasize that H. Come in here. Again, just off the back of our already created mess. We're just gonna leave a little bit of extra stuff for our brush to be able to grip and rip. If we grip and rip in the correct way, we're gonna have a really, really cool thing. Now, you could either leave your top of your wave like that very horizontal, or you could start to change it with a little bit of your titanium white only, just the titanium white. What if we started dropping in just another little crash, rolling off the edge of this guy, enough titanium white, we scrape it up, a little bit of a roll, just like we always do, and then just kind of roll our brush over, and then change. See how the brush is coming down, and our palette tool is coming down like this? That way, it'll look like it's coming from different areas. To roll over and deposit. Some of the times, these waves out there, they're not all the same shape, you know what I mean? And what will happen is, part of the wave may be rolling and crashing, and the other part just flaps on itself, literally like, down like that. So, depends on how you want yours to look, of course. You do it however you see fit. This guy, just a couple little bloppers. Down there. Right, making our little wavelength of a deal. It's all it is. That's all I ever look for. When I'm doing my seascapes, I'm like, what is a wavelength? Right? It's like, so that's what we're trying to do with our waves, oceany, trashy goodness. This guy, brighten him up. Falling. Again, we're going to go above that guy. Fresh paint right here. Liquid white above it. It's going to kind of cover some of our rock. Okay? Very small little taps, just to make it a broken thing is all we need to do. Just have a little broken line, a broken bit, something Literally, looks like a little heart out there. It's cute. Cover that bit of rock out here today. In the day. Now, it's gonna be very, 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 very soft. Okay, I'm talking about barely even, just sometimes not even touching. So soft. Right? We're deciding how crazy our little crasher wants to be. Now, we can also take all this paint down from the bottom and start sliding it backwards. So we're going back. Back, back, back. We're not trying to roll up yet. We're going to come in here. Start out here, actually. Come in here, be very flat, and you can see we're starting to get a little bit of an angle. And the more of an angle that we grip onto and get in here, the more crazy our little angle gets into a little circle back here. Right? We're not trying to cover every bit. We don't need the brightness to go all the way or do anything beyond that. Literally, you want a bit of that darker pipe to not be covered in color. That's literally it. You can't cover it all. We didn't even need to paint that silly rock back there. It's only making my highlights darker. There. Trying to get a bit of brightness up there. It's only making them darker having that little rock back there. But it's okay. We can adjust. You can always go back after the painting is dry as well and add different things into that area. You can always do something softer. So I barely, not even touching it. Didn't even really touch anything. Right? Come down. Little things, different areas are breaking up. Got lots of craziness in there. It's really cool. I like it. How about you guys? If we come down far enough and you hit your water, right, that guy out. Feet upwards again. Some of these guys, they'll fall over and hit faster than everywhere else, right? So we got to decide. Okay, let's come back and so cool. I can feel all these things happening in there. That is cool. Okay, let's take a little bit of our liquid white. This is how we're going to make our sand. You guys check in. Tell me where you're watching from. What time is it where you're at right now? I'm going to do about 90-10 on our liquid white to titanium white. We want it to be very runny, but you got to have a little of that titanium white in there like a binder, like flour, you know what I mean? It's going to bind it together a little bit. There we go. There's a 90-10 mix for you. Very runny, but not runny enough to drip. Okay? Now, let's come out here, scrape up a little bit of that. So there's a whole chunk on the edge of the palette scrapey tool. You're going to come up right underneath our guy and just deposit very lightly, almost like you're trying to leave stuff on a mountain or whatever. Just pull it down like that. I'm telling you. You can do it the other way. You can go like this and push real hard and deposit a line or a little ridge of paint or whatever, and then we're going to come back and pull it down with the brush anyway. All right? It's a little more simpler if you just come in here, just vertically, right underneath, just deposit. Right there. Bang, bang, bang. Right? All you got to do. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask it to you 2 times, so get ready to answer twice, okay? Does this look like sand? Ocean sandy beach. What do you think? Does it look like sand? Just tell me yes or no in the comments. And then I'm going to do one thing, and then I'm going to ask you again how it looks, or if it looks like sand to you. Okay, so just answer me honestly. Yes or no. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It's okay. It is okay. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay, no, I feel you guys. It does not look like sand. I agree. So let's come in here and let's pull down. Now I'm going to ask you again. Does this look like sandy beach? Just be honest. Yes or no answers only. Does that look like sandy beach? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right, let's see. Some of the times people do think this part looks like sand. Nah, okay, cool, right? Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. I feel you. Kind of looks like teeth. I like that. Right? Looks like a waterfall, looks like an aurora borealis, right? Okay, last time. Here we go. I'm going to ask you for the final chime. Does this look like wet sandy beach if we take all these vertical streaks and we pull them out horizontally, making this little shiny area? Now does that, we're going to take some of this darkness too, get it onto the brush and just work it up and away and back and in. Does that look more like wet sandy beach now than it did before? You guys tell me. You are the masters of telling me. So tell me, does it look like wet sandy beach? Yes or no? That's very cool. Very cool. Look at that, right? Golden sandiness. Oh, I love it. I love it. And in fact, I don't think that our eye of our wave is as bright as I'd like it to be. So we're going to try to leave a little bit of space in between the crashing thing, right? Our crashing bit and that eye, and then I'm gonna come back here very softly. Not try to mix them together because we want them to be separate. There we go. Okay. Then we can take just a little touch of these guys. Our liquid white. Start rolling up a little taller. There it is. There it is. There. Don't go too crazy towards that center area. Bang, down. Oh, he's gorgeous. I love it, you guys. How about you? All right, digging it. It's pure liquid white. Come on, there we go. See how we've given it a minute to dry? A little bit. Pure liquid white. It's so there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Don't you dare, Josh. Mix this one up. Oh, so. Zip, zap, zoop, bang. So soft. That guys trying to be a bright area where I don't want them to be. And these guys, maybe we can take just a little touch. A little old touch. Down there. So that's gonna be nice. Okay, so a little bit of my plaque, a little bit of my liquid white and stuff. We're gonna come. It's too bright. Too bright. So go back in to our plaque mix. There it is. Make it a little bit darker version of its own self. There. And we'll go back and mix these dudes up. You gotta have a couple little things. Back in there, rolling up, get your shadows along the top, little veins in your eye, they call them. Now, go back to that very clean brush. Underneath. That is cool. Right there. Let me just tell you. I'm sorry, I get excited when we do these things. Oh, look at it. Just climbing up and up and up. Not everywhere is going to be as bright or whatever. Right? We just got to put on little things where we need them to be. And that's all. Let's get a little bit more of our liquid light. Over here into our titanium white. A little bit. Got a 90-10. You guys already know. I'm going to straighten it up. Let's come back here and try to work our little shadowy area all the way down. See how low you can get. How low can you go? Shrink that little shadow, right? That dark space is too big right now. So we have to make it smaller. To make it smaller into the distance. We don't want to lose it. Right? You don't want your white to come down and completely touch your sand. Because if there's no dark separation in there, then you have no lip, no edge, no shadow underneath. Oh, God, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Come back in a little bit more of my titanium white into here just so it may grip a bit more onto our canvas. That liquid white tends to smoosh away very quickly. So grip it, let it flow up. We're just following over the lines that we already have set out. You know what I mean? We've already put those guys out there. Now all we gotta do is deposit some stuff along the top of them to make it look like real sea foamy stuff. Just literally, you don't want to do too much. Same thing, following along our little angles, our little lines, little deals, little here and there. You can turn your palette tool over the other way and kind of drag away at it. And sometimes you get lucky enough to deposit a couple little bright areas. That's all we gotta do. Now, let's go back to our liquid white mix. This is just pure liquid white, right out of the old Petri dish. Wipe off our palette tool, pull it down very flat, scoop up a chunk, and come off of here pushing real hard. If you're not pushing hard, you're not going to deposit this little ridge out here, right? And if you're not depositing the ridge, then it's not going to look like sea foam. Just dropped a whole chunk of it onto my floor. It's very drippy, so be careful. Just a whole chunk fell on to my floor as I can see this white dot down there. Dang it, Bobby. Can't believe that happened. There we go. Look at that. Now take whatever's left, put some of it up here. You're gonna need it. I'm telling you, you're gonna need it. For this exact reason, because we can come in here, start grabbing the stuff that's already there, right behind the edge of that lip. You just slide it back. A little bit. So don't try to make it perfect. The imperfectionticity is what's going to make it perfect. Bits straight sideways. Do not try to go up. Don't try to go down. Don't try to do anything. Okay? We'll take the last little bits of our liquid white over here, toss them in over onto our sand and into our watery splashing area. This is what's kind of cool too. On a different angle, right? Down like this, and flick it up. Bang. Look at that! Oh! It's like all the way. Oh my goodness. I saw that dude that paints those big old waves. He's doing it like with a bigger, with a different brush. You guys get in here. Changing it. Oh, it's like, oh, look at it. That's cool. Just a little different, right? Looking at it a little differently. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. Spray it up into the thing. Oh my goodness, that is a cool one. Just a little bit of color back there, just to help kind of seal that area back in. Just like that, guys, it's back in the shadows. Oh, look at that. It's like, literally it's getting whipped and up into the night. Can anyone else see that? Oh, you can for sure see that. That's crazy. That is crazy, I love it. I just love it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Let's try some little detail. Almost like a little lightning bolt. They don't even have to be connected to anything. Craziness. Almost like you're painting little tree branches out there. Seriously. Oh my goodness. Boom, boom. Okay, you guys got to start coming up with a title for this one. If you grab it during the show, it becomes yours. And you get to keep it for all times. But if you don't, then we're going to need to come up with it as a group. Let's get a couple little sprays into our sandy reflective area as well. Because you just never know. You just never can tell where those things are going to sandily reflect. Here, lower my angle just a little bit. My liquidy white. I want it to be a perfect thing, but we gotta have bright areas and dark areas and such. Just kind of down these angles a little bit. Just changing some angles is all we're doing. Right? Literally. That's it, guys. Call it done. Give it a name. I love that spray, that little spritz. Boom, boom. Boom, just right out there into the day. Oh my God. That is rad. I know the more you do it, the more you lose the feel, but that is stinking cool. Just going real close so it sprays. You know what I mean? Ooh. Ooh. I love it. Let's come over here. side. So it's not, you're kind of doing it in a direction. It's getting that. Just nailed the whole thing. Just nailed it shut right there. Okay, you guys start coming up with a title for that one. That should be more than what I have it listed at, because that is a painting and a half. A painting and a half. Cut it in half and double it. That's what we did with that guy. Cut it in half, doubled it, and then added a half. Okay, you guys start coming up with the title. What do you think? Sorry, I didn't, I got kind of lost in this one. Oh, man. Look at the... That is so cool. Can't wait. I can't wait for you to try it, Michelle. Lightning Bug Paradise. I like that. The Mega Wave. Poseidon's Cove. That's a cool title. I'm going to work a little bit more on my brightness on the front edge. It's going to take forever. Right. Maybe 10 days. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, so small. So soft of a touch. Because you don't want to make it too dark with one extra drag through. You make it too dark, and then you're like, oh, what was I doing? That's cool. That. Little excess bits, they're a bit brighter than other places are. Only if they come off of the scraping tool like that. You know, you don't have to be everywhere. That's wicked, though. Woo, this. With that darkness in there, the shadow that it's casting underneath, you know what I mean? You can't see everything. Maybe we come up a little bit, but not too much. We don't want it to be too bright back here, especially underneath. Right, just touching down. Bink! Boom! That's cool. Very small little separation under there. Don't want to lose it. Doesn't have to be too big, you just don't want to lose it. Okay, you guys start coming up with a title. I'm going to wash off some brushes, and then, if it finds a new home, then they get to pick the title forever, right? If it doesn't find a new home, then I'll go through and randomly choose a title, which will be a lot of fun. And we did not need a lot of plaque, that's for sure. I made way too big of a pile, and there's still a ton left on my brush over here. I think I was going to maybe add a rock, but I don't. Ever. That is the literal perfect wave right there. The perfect wave. You can't make a wave better than that one. Literally, I'm going to give up painting waves because this is the top. I'll never be able to do another one that shape. It'll never be the same ever, ever, ever. So if you like that one, right, I can never, ever do it exactly the same again. Maybe I got to run in and jack the price up on this one too, because it's too good to go for what it's listed at. Too good. We put too much perfect effort into it. Look at that, like, it's just gorgeous. Just fabutastic. Now, let's go in here, dry off this brush. And we gotta sign this beauty and the wave. No, that doesn't make any sense. That's why you guys have to come up with a title, because I'm very bad at it. I am so bad at coming up with titles. You know I like them low on the horizon back here, but I don't want to mess with all this spray. So let's come up here. Let's go. Flying in the night, the day, whatever. In the day. Tell Cosmic I need to have, because I have my In the Night shirt on today, but it's the white shirt. So I was thinking if we do In the Day on the white shirt, and then In the Night on the black shirts. But no, she's like, you've never said In the Day before. I was like, I swear I have said In the Day before. I swear it. Okay. Yeah, guys, look at that wave. Ah, roaring sunset. Look at that. Man, oof, that is so cool. Just rolling in up close, about to just take away everything. Breakaway, I like. It feels alive. I appreciate that. Sunset Paradise. That's very cool. Ocean's Twilight. You guys over on YouTube got a title? Anybody? Or are you guys all busy trying to... I do like Poseidon's Cove. That's very cool. Setting Break. Roaring Paradise. Dude, what about Point Break? Break. Keanu Reeves. Patrick Swayze. Point Break. Nobody? Okay, fine. Whatever. Nobody said Point Break, really. The Goonies pirate ship at the end, that would be cool too, coming out. I've done a couple pirate ships. If I do a pirate ship, I'm going in and just yakking the price up on this one first. Break Free. Man, that's so cool. I love it. Point Break, Lost at Sea, Mystical Sunset. Dudes. I love those colors. This color combo for the water is so awesome. Crashing Dawn. I like that too. Current Events. Lover's Cove. I like that for a title. Wave Island. Resistance. That's cool. How about Point Break? Golden Bliss. That's a neat title right there. All right. Okay. We're looking at Point Break, Poseidon's Cove. This looks like leopard skin to me. It's very cool. Poseidon's Cove, Point Break, or Solitude would be cool. That's a cool one. Utopia at the Bay. Golden Bliss is nice. Point of Contact, Break Free. I like it, you guys. I like it. I want to do Poseidon's Bay, but I don't know how to spell Poseidon, so. That's funny. The Living Seas, the next wave, the last wave. Oh, thank you guys. Waving Eternally. I like that. That's cool too. Waving Eternally. Or Eternally Waving. You never know. Sea Symphony. Excellent title. You guys are all amazing. Quite literally. Okay. Let's call it. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. This is why I like somebody else to get it, so I don't have to make the decision about what to name it. It is too gorgeous, though. Like, literally too stinking gorgeous. I don't even know what to do with myself. Honestly. How could I have done this? It's too pretty. Like, there's no way that I could have done that. Like, that's not me. I didn't do this. Apparently, we did. You guys ever feel like that when you're doing a painting? Or after you step back when you're done with your painting, and you're like, did I do that? Really? I get like that sometimes. Because I never know what they're going to look like before they come out. You know what I mean? Sure, we might have an idea, but you never know how the colors are going to interact on the canvas, how the things are going to change, how the shape is going to be different. Like, you don't know what's going to happen until you get up there and do it. And so it's always so exciting to me to step back afterwards and be like, was that really me? Did I in fact do that? I mean, it's on video. Apparently I did do that. Goodness. Maybe twice the whole time. That's good. That's when you level up, right? Poseidon's Release. Did I do that? Tropic Thunder. That's a cool time. But it's not tropical, though. You know what I mean? If it was palm trees in the back, Tropic Thunder I would feel. Right? But those are some Oregon Coast pines and some firs. Thanks, Court. Appreciate it. Let's see. In the Face of the Wave. Thanks, Big D. Appreciate you. This one is one of my favorites. I swear. Where's my iPad? I'm going to go raise the price. If you guys don't get it now, it's going up because it's too good. It's too good. I can't let it go for that. It's too good. So I'm going to give you guys like literally 2 minutes and then I'm going to jack it up. Jack it up. Libby, what happened? Oh, Libby, you grabbed another one during the show. You're amazing, Libby. I appreciate you. I'll show you guys that one. But, in any case, I forgot to sign this company. I'm always trying to go and get this liner brush clean quickly, in which case I usually put the birds in and then I clean it and forget that I'm also supposed to sign the painting, Josh. You're also supposed to put that there. Just a little. Oh, that's cool. Man, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Let's call it Poseidon's Paradise. So can someone type that up there? Or Poseidon's Escape. I like that one too. Okay, I know how to spell that. I know how to spell that. Can someone show me how to spell Poseidon, please? I'm literally... I'm not a spellman. I am a paintman. Talk about spellman, you've never heard? Longshoreman, policeman, fireman, spellman. Stop me when I get one wrong. Literally. You can't because I'm getting too many right. 1780. Going with, I'm not even going to look. Should I have to look? Dang it. Poseidon. That's how you do it. Poseidon. What did I say? Paradise? Paradise. Hey. What are we? 4, 5, 2025. All going to go check out my site, which is my name, right? You guys know who you're watching. With a com at the end, go check it out. Ooh, we gotta do this side and the top. Purple. Down like that. What a gorgeous, literal gorgeous painting. I am floored. Like I'm gonna put this one. I gotta go get a bigger frame. If you guys don't get this one, I swear. It's going in to an enormous frame, and it's going in to my shop right here in Eugene. So you guys can come down and check it out, man. Like I said, somebody better grab it. You're gonna want this one. This little sword, little bling. Boom, boom, boom. Bink. Yep. Gorgeous. Yes. It's just... Man, that is so pretty. I don't think I'll ever be able to top that one for an Oregon Coast Seascape. Maybe I'll make prints out of that. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay, everybody over on YouTube, I love you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. You've been amazing. And I can't wait to see your versions of this painting. So please send it in to facebook.com/officialpaintwithjosh or instagram.com/paintwithjoshk. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Rest of a good day. And oh, we just got an order. Hello. Well, now I can't end the YouTube stream. It might be somebody over on YouTube. So let's see. Oh, Libby. Libby, looks like Libby grabbed this one. My goodness. Oh, you're so lucky, Libby. I was going to keep this one for myself, and I think she's watching over on TikTok. So I will say goodbye. Thank you. Who said that? Lynn Sampson. I appreciate it. This is one of my absolute favorite seascapes we've ever done. Just gorgeous. I might have to order a print for my own self. It's so pretty. Yeah. So, everybody over on YouTube, I love you guys. I've already said where to go, what to do. But take care. Have the rest of a good day. And I love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. You always have to end with a bye-bye. No matter what, right?